Well, greetings and welcome to JAVACREW, folks. Right now, I've got the second most expensive lineup of any video I've ever done. A lineup of very rare books with the accompanying rare maps and rare woodcuts. Folks, when you get down to the early 1700s, the woodcuts, there's a whole world in there. We're going to explore all of them today. Many thousands of dollars we're going to look at. Sometimes when you open the book, there's just like one woodcut, and that's all you get. You go through all these pages, you get one. Let's take a look at the start right now and see what we're going to get here. This looks like it'd be about the mid to early 1700s. Look on the right-hand side. Yeah, early 1700s. Okay, we're in the right department. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. Now, this was like an iPad back then, how people can just say, I'll get things focused up here. I'm trying to get, we're in our underground archive. It's a little tough filming down here. This was like an iPad back then. You only, it was really some way to get information. We can see right here. All right, that's a nice woodcut. Very well done. This stuff is 300 years old. There's no bleed through. Look at the date down there. Can you see a little bit of it? All right. Anyway, these woodcuts there's no bleed through in the paper after 300 years. Now, here's something. We looked at this earlier. Kind of, mercy or whatever. At the end of the book, that was it. The whole book, that's all that we get, the woodcuts. This is the last page. Now, as we go into some of these almost iconography, you'll see things start to emerge. Sometimes there's a very dark, wicked, deadly kind of icons in here. You wouldn't believe it. Let's look at this one here. Okay. Whoa, here, look at this. Globe, ball earth. Okay, flat earthers, ball earthers. Here's what we call a geocentric portrayal. Now, the guys didn't always buy into the ball earth or the heliocentric. Here it is right there. You can see this is a model with the Earth in the center, and that strap of wood on the side apparently has the planet, let's see, the moon. I can't make it out here. But anyway, that's something to look at. Now here, as it gets ready to close, you look for something interesting. What do you see? Just some great artwork. You never know where oh boy, I missed it. See the phoenix bird right there? The dirty, wicked beak and the eyes and a little tuft of hair on the top. You got to look closely here. There's all kinds of ways they communicate. Typically that's a Jesuit thing. This one's all tore up. Somebody wasn't very careful with this beforehand. Probably late 1600s. Probably. Oh, the paper's old. Geez, this is an old one. I can't wait to see what's in there. Okay. Well, here's another ball earth deal. This one's about the same. The angels might be a little different. Yeah. All right. Let's go down. Do we see anything special down there? A hand down there at the bottom, like a six-fingered hand. Always look for six-fingered hands. Sometimes they are down there, or the artist will smudge it to make it look like a six-finger deal. And that's always. Now look in the back. I don't want to say occultic, but in the back, there's the imagery way back on this woodcut. There's the horns of somebody holding the Ten Commandments, like maybe the devil came on Moses, made him break the Ten Commandments. There's just a world of information being transmitted here. Oh, well, then we got the Pope's hat, of course. He's probably got some kind of secret code on the top. This looks more and more like a Jesuit book here. The one I'm looking at, it's 1710 or so. And then on the right, just some people talking, a little bit of hand jive, and that's about it. Boy, what artwork. All right, let's just take a look here, see what we have on this one. I think it's getting ready to close up. Whoa, look at the phoenix bird on the left, pecking on the left side of the face. On the right, the phoenix bird has a claw. Did you see the bird right there? On the one on the right has the claw towards the icon's face. Weird stuff. This one feels different. Paper feels different. All right. I don't know what is that, 1698 or 1712? I can't do that very well. Now, is there a star in there, a five-sided star? Yeah, we're starting the five-sided star with the little gargoyles on top. And these are so-called Christian books back. Now this thing, if you can help me out, YouTubers, see that top thing? I don't know what this one is. I've never seen that before. These two, they devote a whole woodcut to it. These jewels up here, glowing or whatever. 1711 was when it took place, that one. Now see the font here? We sometimes call it a type of, oh, this is a cheap book. That's why it's only not even $1,000. See how, I'm being facetious, of course. These are real rare treats, every one of them, regardless of cost. Now this guy's got a dagger or a knife or something. I want to get closer to that. Any of you ever done any sword fighting or fencing? You know that a one like that kind of handle is very hard to handle. See the center? It's a double-sided sword, but there's no center cut in the thing. It's not sculpted out there. That's not the best. He's got a Bible or something he's holding. Great, unbelievable detail for wood and ink. Now here's one on the left. You've got somebody here looking. What's that in her hand? Has she got a snake or a phoenix bird's head in her left hand? All right, let's go across. We don't have much time here, folks. I'm sorry we have to rush. This is just some priceless stuff here, so I'm going to have to just pick. Oh, look at this one here. Somebody was careless. See how these people pull this and rip the crap out of there? See, that's why they'll let my guys in craft down here, so because we don't do that. We don't tear it apart. On JAVACREW, people are very, very careful. Look at the center of that. Look at that jackass has got a damn knife. He's cutting somebody's head off. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. I'm sorry. I apologize. What kind of book is this that belongs in a Christian library? They're cutting a man's head off. Folks, you've got to watch these so close. There's such a communication. There was so much censorship. This book was made one generation after people were being burnt at the stake. The guy that did this artwork, his grandfather could have been literally burnt at the stake by the Catholics, the Catholic Pope, the Mary worshippers who didn't like the Protestants. On the left, now here's some biblical imagery. See the phoenix bird there? On the right, that angel is holding the lion back. That's a very famous theme. Let me grab the online Bible here real quick, pop this up. It's talk about the angel. This is the book of Daniel. Shut the lion's mouth and kind of hold that lion back to not hurt somebody. Let's get back to the woodcuts now. What do we have here? I can't read this, folks. I'm a little bit weak. Boy, I can tell by the paper, man. This is a special one, though. This one's got some real good ink in it. You guys find it. You tell me. Okay, there's a crucifix with the Pope's hat, of course. Dagon, the god of Dagon, the eye on the crucifix on the Pope's hat up there. You see that? Here's one pretty straightforward. No one's getting hurt, crippled, or killed. Just a guy, So at the beginning of the chapter, I apologize for my rough language earlier. I wasn't expecting that. Here's something we can see. Yeah, you can always find something going on here if you want. Guy's head on the left, the thing coming out of it. Yeah, great artwork. Paper's really dry on this one, folks. We're getting to the... Oh, look at that. Look at that thing on the right. It's a back scratcher, an iron hand with an iron rod that angel's holding, sticking up to scratch your back. You couldn't make this stuff up. 1711, man. That's what they used, an iron back scratcher or what. I don't know what that's used for. Let's look down at this, if this angel's secreting something or holding a signaling device down in this area. No, I don't see it. Nope. Now, folks, this thing just came out. The book was there in China. But what I'd like you to note, see the top of that map? It's in 5 increments, 15, 20, 25, 130. On the right for the meridian lines, it's also in 5-degree increments. But look at the spacing is different. They didn't quite have the globe Earth model down back then. They were still based it off a little bit of a flat Earth model. What do we got going here? Well, I just never know I can't interpret this one. Folks, the time I'm going to have to rush. I hate to rush on these things. Just try to get a little bit. What's this guy doing? A fish. Guy's got a dead fish upside down in this one. Have you ever seen anything like this? There's Dagon, the fish god. They're probably trying to go against the Pope on this one here. This one, I don't see anything subliminal in this one. You guys give me a message if you see it. Here's one straightforward. This is the older stuff here. This is old here. 1703. It's almost 1698 feeling. Okay. What a treat for us to be able to see this and to look at this. Okay, when you see something like this, folks, that means you're to the end. See those hidden numbers on the right? Like 1, 2, 5, or 7? If you had a magnifying glass, these guys have all kinds of codes going on. Folks, that's the end of this one. We have to call it part 1. They're going to ask us to leave. We've got to go out now. Before we leave, hey, hang on. I'm going to show you a couple of things that's important. As I get ready to do part 2, I'm going to give you kind of a sneak tease here and also show you something I've got doing on the site. We're going to have some things like these coins sometime after Christ, these kind of coins. Very, very good drawings on the next one. More icons. We're going to have some more maps and some more woodcuts. And also right here, look at this rare thing of sun coming down out of the heavens with lightning bolts behind it. On the left, there's a church. On the right, there's a phoenix bird and the sun, and there's special numbers. Now, this is rare. This is about 1713. Those numbers on top of that depiction of the sun That's not the kind of font that they used back then. And I swear, I tell you, you know me, I don't Photoshop or monkey around. This is a straight up channel. You guys have been with me for a couple of years. No, we don't monkey around. Very rare. Oh, on the right is the Hadron Collider logo from the Hadron CERN God particle crap. There's their logo pretty much right there. Folks, lastly, see, I've got something new going on the site now. See in the upper right hand corner of the YouTube, if you click that little white thing, if you move your mouse, that white thing will come on. If you click it off, that's how I communicate. Like when I do part 2, to just click up there, you can, just by clicking on it, you can communicate with me or see what's going on next. Kind of get a jump on the other guys and not get mixed up. Well, anyway, take care. Lord bless you. Let's get ready to go part 2. And nice talking to you. Hey, God bless you. And if you're going to read a book and do this kind of work, read the Bible, the old King James cover to cover. That'll give you some real great insights into these icons. Take care and goodbye.